so in this pan we've now got some oil that's heating up very slowly. If you do hear a little mutter, that's my little boy in the background. He loves watching and paying attention. So what we're going to do, we're going to heat that oil up and we're going to burn our mince first. Now, somebody did tell me off about doing a mirepoix before mince, and somebody that we should be burning the mince first. So that's exactly what we do these days. We brown the mince first, get it nice and caramelised. Then we add our mirepoix, and then we cook it down, get rid of the fat content. You want a cake, mate? Okay. Oh, you can't taste this, but it's raw. Do you want to say hello to the camera?
Yeah.
You come here. It's over here. You say hello. Wave. Wave to the viewers. And that is Harry. And on we get. You can't blow it. So and this is really cheap mince, beef and pork, because proper mince now is actually quite expensive. Isn't it funny that everything that used to be cheap is now more expensive? Chicken thighs, for instance, used to be considered the cheap cuts, and now it's considered, well, it's actually more expensive than chicken breast in my local Asda. Mince are the same. Mince, everything is expensive then again these days. Trying to find a meat, I think pork's still relatively cheap to a point. That's about it. Everything else is getting really expensive. So we're going to just keep browning this off. You have to excuse the quality of my pan, it is losing its coating. I'm going to just brown that off. We'll burn this off first because I need it anyway. I knew I'd do something wrong, I always do, but never mind. So that's going to just stay browning. This, in case I forget the order of videos, this is for the bacon cheeseburger loaded fries. While that's browning, what we can do is go back here, ignore the onion because that's for another dish, and here we go. So this is a birthday dinner, to be fair. The little girl likes various things this year, and she's actually she's very sensory with her food, but has made leaps and strides this year, and has started to eat quite a considerable amount more. Still not perfect, but she's better than she was. So she has requested loaded fries, and as it's a birthday treat, we're going to throw in some crispy chicken in there, and some mac and cheese, which is also going to be topped with crispy bacon. And I don't know why I'm layering this out, because to be fair, it's all going to be chopped up anyway, but I've started, I might as well finish. And this is air fried, which is incredibly easy to do. So there's two lots of this, 2 packs of this bacon that I'm doing. The first pack is for the bacon cheeseburger fries, and the second pack is going to be for the mac and cheese. And whilst we're doing all this, I'm also going to show you how to make a very quick and simple vegan cheese. Now I say vegan, it's as vegan as I'm going to get, because the little lad is completely dairy. I was going to say intolerant, he hasn't, he's got a dairy allergy, so he can't have either dairy or anything with soya in. Yeah, it's negative. So that bacon is thick, it's streaky, it's going to cook really quickly, so very easy to do this. We are going to perform a grand total of around 6 minutes. That's the bacon going. I mean, this pork and mince is absolutely full of fat, but in fairness, when you're having a burger, you know, that is good. And we're just going to burn it, literally, we're going to burn it, caramelise it, season it, and then toss it with the fries and everything when we're ready. So other than that, there's not an actual lot else to do here. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to come back in approximately 5 minutes or maybe 10, depending on how long this takes to brown all over. So back to burger mince, we can see that this is now caramelised nicely. Going to keep breaking that down, we want it nice, we want to try and avoid these big lumpy parts. Now the thing is, what I tend to do is drain this, but because I'm going to do it later as well, I'm probably going to leave a fat on there just so it doesn't dry up, and then when it comes to putting it all together, I'll then do that. Now beat all the bacon, let's check that bacon out. Right, I'll come back when that's fully browned. And there we go. I'm not sure if the light does it justice, but there we go, that is nice and brown. I'm not going to caramelise it all, I'm just going to add a bit of seasoning to that. A bit of pepper. Yeah, I don't want to overcook it because it is going to get heated a second time. A little bit of pepper. Give that a bit of a mix. And there we go. And that's well, that's as hard as the cooking goes. Bacon mince done. Boom. Right. While everything else cooks, we're going to make a simple burger sauce. Now, I have shared a video, or I will be sharing, I don't know which order it's going to come in, but there will be a recipe for this. Mine's slightly different to normal. I'm going to go for a smooth version, which means I'm going to remove the actual physical pickles from it, but in I go, there's going to be quite a bit of mayonnaise in there. Okay, I'd go for about, yeah, that's about maybe 200 mils or so. Okay, we're going to go for a generous helping of ketchup. There's about 2 tablespoons there. And again, I'm doing this by eye, so it doesn't. Nothing in life has to be measured all the time, particularly when cooking. Baking, yes. And that's just cheap American mustard. You could do Dijon, okay? But I'm going to go in there with a little bit of pickle juice, about a tablespoon of corn, maybe a little bit more. And then onion powder, quite difficult to get hold of at the moment. So again, like I'm doing on my recipe, I'm doing about half a teaspoon of onion salt, and then that's it, job done. That can be nice, but it does give me an opportunity to show a little neat kitchen gadget. So I'm going to rinse that, mix that all together. Well, that's got the taste, and that does. Really simple, that. Not far off your traditional burger sauce that you know and love. Okay, just without the pickles on this occasion, but there are reasons for that. And now I'm so excited to use this. I'm a big geek really in the kitchen. I've got a new gadget. These, particularly with your thick sauces, are really hard to put into. So what I've got this. It's a little extendable funnel. Oh, there we go. There we go, nice and easy. In we go with that. And then we can, hopefully this will work. Still very thick. So I think I'm going to actually have to have that on. Definitely have to have that in. It's still quite thick. But obviously this stops the mess. does stop the mess. It's still a slow process because it is quite thick. With it being mayonnaise based, it's not really that easy or runny. So what I'm going to do, have I got some small? I'm going to use the back end of the spoon, I think. Just in it. Again, I reiterate, this is supposed to be easier. In some ways it is. It's less messy, it's not going down the sides anymore, which is good. Right, and I'm sure you're bored of watching me that, so I'm going to pause and come back to you when that's done. And there you go. Ignore all the noise in the back of the kitchen. There's my beautiful burger sauce. Okay, that's ready for my chips or whatever. You give it a grilled shake near, squirt it, lovely, done. Boom, another sauce done. So while I'll just turn that off. Yeah, that's done. Okay. Okay. Now for my chicken, or fried chicken, in a crispy batter, but hopefully it's almost like a take on what the takeaways are indeed called like a Miami sauce. So it's like a orange and spice, I suppose. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just chicken thigh because it stays moister. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you how to do a dairy-free version. Okay. Because again, and I reiterate, my son has a dairy allergy. So I'm going to make sure that his is left to marinate in a slightly different, I suppose, brining mix, if you want to say that. So I'm going to get a small bowl, I'll remember actually, a small bowl for him. And this will be his. This is deboned, so it's actually just less hassle really. 1, 2, bit small that size, I'm going to go that. And to be fair, doing it lengthways is supposed to be more tender, so let's go that way. Let's do make my tenders a little nicer and a bit longer. There you go, nice and easy. Don't matter if you've got a few straggly bits. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to soak this for at least, I reckon, 2 hours. It's nice. All you need. Now I have run out of MSG. Okay, I would usually use MSG when I'm marinating chicken. Today we haven't. So for my sons, it's a little bit different. Okay, he's not allowed anything with milk protein in it. Okay, so you can have chicken. That's it, 1 egg. Oops, I've made a mess of that. Okay, a bit of salt. And now we're gonna, remembering that when it comes to flouring, I'm gonna flour his first. Okay, so that's there. Nice and easy, done. Okay, so that's the dairy-free version. Okay, and here is my version. It's like buttermilk fried chicken. So I've done, bit of salt. And then I'm just going to get my hands dirty. Why not? And there we go, that will rest for 2 hours. Back to bread. Right, and now on to my only tiny spiced, and I mean it's tiny spiced, sweet, well, my take on a sweet Miami sauce. That's what I'm calling it. It's basically orange, sweet chili sauce, garlic, butter, done. So what we're going to do, one of my 2 pans, well this one is ours at the back, and I'm going to set that to low, okay, and I'm going to melt about 25 grams of butter, so not an awful lot, okay, but in this pan, just going to try it, and we're going to heat up just a little bit of olive oil. There we go, and that's for the son and his dairy allergy. whilst that's doing that, I'm going to get hold of my... I did get a garlic bulb yesterday. Where's my garlic bulb from yesterday? So they're melting away nicely, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grate, I say grate, I'm going to use a microplane to finely grate some chunks of garlic into both of these. So 2 to 3 cloves is fine. Get your microplane. Can I find my microplane? Probably not. Oh yes, there we are. Got it. And what I'll do, because that oil's cooking a lot fatter, a lot quicker, I'm going to add that one done. And I'm not overcooking this because I just want to soften the garlic. I'm not burning it, I'm not cooking it, I don't want it crisp, I want it literally softened, because then we're going to blend it afterwards to form a beautiful, sweet, sticky, hopefully tasty, with a little bit of a kick sauce. I throw the chunks in, I don't matter. There we go. Now I've got to be really careful here, not mix my spatulas. Sometimes I do that because I'm naughty, and unfortunately, not all the time. Depends what his tolerance is like on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes his allergies that severe that it goes straight through him. Other times he can have a tiny amount, but that's your lot. So I'm going to use that one for that. And that one's, see me in the back. So whatever I do to this one at the back will be the one that same that I do to the front now. So we're just going to let that garlic warm through. Then we're going to add our orange juice and our sweet chilli and cook it through. Right, that's cooked along nicely. So what we're going to do now, that's nice, that's softening nicely, and then we're going to go for about 200 mils, maybe a bit more, of orange juice. That's fresh orange juice, not from concentrate. A little squeeze in my son's, and about a table and a half of sweet chilli, a bit of salt, okay. We can afford to turn these up now because they have got liquid, so that danger of burning the garlic is over. And then about 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar, and just do a little bit of him. well, actually not light brown, it's like, I've used light muscovado, okay. Adds a little bit more of a treacly taste, but it is still nice, okay, it does the job. And then I'm gonna turn that. There we go. Job done. We'll come back after this has simmered for about 5 minutes. And now for a very simple mac and cheese with crispy bacon bits. As with any good macaroni and cheese, first thing we need to do is boil some pasta. But the way we're going to do that is by having a huge, I mean far more than you need to let that pasta swim around. We're going to have a huge pot of water that is heavily salted. I said salted then. Heavily salted. And there we go. We're going to wait for that to come to a boil. When it's a boil, we're going to add our dry pasta. Okay, so ignoring the blur, there's our beautiful vegan friendly version or dairy allergy free version, and our normal version of my take on a Miami sauce. And what we're going to do there, that's been simmered away for a good kind of 5, almost 10 minutes maybe. Now you can whiz this in a blender. I actually thought it was a useful buy, okay, and I went and bought myself a mini hand blender, and to be fair, it's done me a world of good, okay. It saves transferring to a pot or a blender, okay. It's really easy to use, and they are quite invaluable for a quick blend when you need one. So my sauces can now actually come off, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do my blend dairy free version first, whilst making sure I don't get the wire everywhere. Yeah, it does get quite messy. That's the sauce we're going to go. And then I'm just going to simmer it down a little bit more. I want it to really thicken up if I can. So I'm just going to let that simmer down, cook it down a bit till it thickens ever so slightly. Okay, and now it's obviously on to our full version. Same deal, whack it in. And that's nicely blended together, so we're just gonna let that cook out a bit now and thicken up. And that's the Miami sauce done, and that'll go over our delicious crispy chicken. Back soon, peace. Okay, so that is done, believe it or not. What we're looking for, if I just get, you can still see it bubbling in that almost caramelised that sugar, but you can see, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that with the silly focus on the camera. Let's try and get it to focus in on the and if I do that, you can see that parting, and that's when you know. You could argue a bit thicker, but that'll do. Okay, so what we're going to let that cool, and then we're going to transfer it to our plastic bottle. And there you go. Our water's bubbling nicely. So I'm not looking for mass amounts tonight, because this is going to be a part of the dish. But with mac and cheese, we're just going to put in as much pasta we need. That'll do. And whilst we wait for that, there's my son's dairy-free Miami sauce from earlier. I'm going to now use my brand new gadget if it fits, and I'm just going to pour this. And there it is, a delicious, easy, sweet, orangey, spicy sauce. Job done, boom. Okay, and here we're back to make the cheese sauce for our mac and cheese. You can hear the little lad, he's munching on his vegan cheeseburger. So I'm going to go over about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I don't have vegan butter. I'm yet to try vegan butter, but it is possible, I believe. So we're going to go do that. We're going to heat that up, and then to that we are going to add some flour. So again, about 2 tablespoons of flour. And just warm that through gently, okay? Yeah. That's my little lad agreeing in the background. Whilst we do that one.
Come on.
No, no more yet, kid. I'll let you taste it in a minute. Whilst we're doing that one, we will start the...
A bigger bit.
You can have a bigger bit of cheese in a minute. Yeah, this is for the full dairy version. No, I didn't get mozzarella, but this will do. Well, I'm going to go about 50 grams of butter. Okay, Harry, yes, you should down. So 50 grams of butter, we're going to melt that in the pan.
Carrots! Carrots.
Yeah.
What is taste?
I'm giving you a carrot, I'm peeling it. Here. There, you have that one. There, eat it.
Mom, put it in the big bowl. In the school.
In the school?
Yeah.
You want to put a carrot in the school?
Yeah.
That makes no sense, dude.
Yeah. Mom, I carrot.
Okay. And your vegan cheese sauce. Okay. For those watching the video, this is hilarity. This is the usual madness in the kitchen when I'm not filming. But that's cooking away nicely. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of touch of milk. We're going to do it like we would a cheese sauce. We're going to add a bit of milk. Now I'm not particularly keen on this. The lad, however, laps it up. So what we've got, other than a noisy boy in the background, we've got a unsweetened almond milk. Now that's fine, because I know lots of people like to do kind of brown the butter off in a cheese sauce. So this kind of gives it that same nutty flavour, I suppose. And what we're doing, we're going for a semi-loose consistency. keep whisking. Well, whisking, I'm using a spatula. And we're being very careful not to put this on high because that flour does catch. There you go, that's sitting up nicely. Touch more, we want it a bit thin. Don't want it too much. Oh. That's coming on nicely. So we're going to add the same seasonings as we would in normal cheese sauce. So I'm going to look, and I did buy some, I know I bought some. There we go. Going to add our Dijon. Put Dijon to that. Okay. Bit of salt. And then mix that through. And that's, you know, you really have to be on top of this. I felt it almost catching then. So this is on low heat. So that's there. We're going to tip our vegan cheese in. Okay. So this is vegan smoked applewood. To be fair, it's not bad for vegan. I don't like the flavour of vegan cheese, and I think it's quite pungent. This, however, the lad does like.
My question. That Daddy can.
Yeah, mate.
That Daddy can.
This car's out front, buddy. And that's it. That's your vegan cheese sauce. And what we're going to do...
Mommy.
Yes. Okay, what I'm going to do... I'm not going to drain the pasta, actually. What I'm going to do... I'm just going to take... We've got some pasta cooking outside. Take a couple of good pots of that.
Please.
There you go.
I know my cheese.
Yes, mate. Give that a stir. And there you go. There's our dairy-free. I don't want to say vegan because it's not. But it is dairy-free, soy-free mac and cheese. I'm going to put that there. And we'll whack that in the oven. Okay. And job done.
On your cake.
Yes, mate.
On cake.
Right, that's the macaroni cooked nicely. So there's lots of things going on in the background now, as you can probably hear. But I'm going to quickly drain that. I'm not going to steam dry it. I'm not going to let it rest. I am literally just going to tip it into a strainer and then whack it straight back into the pan because I want to retain some of that pasta water. Macaroni cheese isn't really a dish for pasta water, but it does help give a nice thickness to the sauce. So back in a second. Yeah, that's the stuff that's in there. And that's the macaroni. Done. That's everything's on, so I'm going to take that off the hob. What I'm going to do is do that.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot, mate. Okay. So there's my butter that's melting for my cheese sauce. Okay. and this is actually really easy. All we're going to do, put that butter down. So in case you're wondering what that was my son dipping a carrot in water and going, I like water and carrot. Okay. I know you do. I can see you do. So that's that. And now, where is it? About 1, 2, 3. 3. And as per usual, we're going to stir that in, and we're going to let that flour cut through. You know it's cut through when that kind of strong flour smell kind of disappears, and you're starting into more of like a nuttiness smell. Again, we're going to make sure that we keep on top of this because we don't want it to Harry, are you drinking a cup of water with a carrot in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A cheese.
Cheese?
In it.
No, there isn't. No, you can't do that. That's not nice. No.
No, I like it.
No food in this one, mate. No food in it, please. There we go. That's bubbling away nice. We're going to keep stirring it because it will catch. In fact, I'm going to turn it down slightly. And so we're going to add the milk. Now I just use semi-skimmed. You could use full fat. You could even use heavy cream. Okay, I prefer milk. I don't like too much of that heavy cream flavour. You know, when people put cream in the mixes, I'll eat it, but I do prefer mine with just normal milk. Yes, Harry.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My tea.
It will be well. We've done your part of the tea, but yeah.
My pasta.
You're having pasta, yes.
And burger.
And yeah, maybe.
Burger.
Right. As you can see, what I'm doing, I'm adding milk bit by bit and stirring it through, making sure that all lumps are gone, and making sure.
Big carrot. Little carrot.
Making sure that we keep stirring to avoid it catching. Yes, mate. Just so we're all aware, okay. This is Harry. Harry's currently chomping away at a carrot. Wave at the camera, Harry. Say hello.
Hello.
Wave to the audience.
Hi.
Okay. That's Harry. Now Harry is, we believe he is very young. Well, not very young. He's actually just turned 4. But we strongly, as does anybody that works for him, believe he's on the slightly stronger side of autism. His sister's ADHD and high functioning. Harry needs that little bit more support. Speech isn't quite there yet. He's still in nappies, but he is a bundle of fun. As you can see, he's just enjoying randomly dancing away over carrots in his hand. There we go. So we're going to keep doing this, and we're going to add that, and we want it quite. We're going to have it quite thin because we're going to add quite a lot of cheese. So a good, and I like quite a generous dollop of Dijon. We'll mix that through. And then, what it is, I like, sounds daft this, and it sounds absolutely horrendous, but I promise you, it does work. I like to put a bit of American cheese, you know, that fake plasticky stuff that everybody moans about. But, you know, if you're going to indulge, you might as well indulge nice, and this is a quick thing for my daughter. Now, there's lots of ways you could do a 3 cheese mac and cheese. I have done that in the past. I use Spanish cheeses, all sorts, okay? So all I'm doing is putting some cheese slices. I'm going to let that melt down. Add a bit more milk because it is a bit too thick at this stage, and we are adding lots more cheese to it. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with some cheese, and then if I decide I need more cheese, I'm putting more cheese into it. It really is that simple. No, it's not dirty, it's just what I've used to do my son's version with vegan cheese. And can't have any of this, mate. Mixed oil. Please. No, you got some there on your side, look.
Please.
Put that down. Don't like that. So I'm going to bring that down, melt it down a bit. See what happens. Just going to put that last bit of cheese in there. Stop cheese melting onto the hob. Whack that up a little bit. Bit of salt. My musical soundtrack is now supplied for courtesy of Harry, who's now singing, I think, Baby Shark. I've got a little bit of milk just to thin it out.
Mommy taste.
Not allowed milk, buddy.
In the cup.
No, you're not allowed it.
I have butter. Carrot butter. Carrot butter.
Okay.
Carrot butter.
And now Harry.
Carrot butter.
Carrot water.
Carrot butter. Carrot butter. Carrot butter. Carrot butter.
Yeah. That's done. So add more cheese if you want. I'm not bothered about making it really smooth because it's going to go into the oven anyway and melt down further.
Mine.
Well, yeah, yours is going to go in, but yours isn't coming from this pan, is it? So we do mix that through. There we go, job done. Job done, and what we're going to do, we're going to put this generously between 3 tins, sorry. There we go, beautiful, job done. very naughty. Because you're making lots of noise, aren't you? Should you be making lots of noise, mate? Harry, should you be making lots of noise? Right, so why are you then? Why are you then? Dinosaur is not the reason to be making lots of noise. No. 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 You're not allowed any of this, okay?
Oh, please. Me too big.
No, it's going to be cooked for your tea, okay? Are you hungry? If you're hungry, that's a good thing, because it means you'll eat your tea.
Mama, come.
You are?
Can I want to come?
You are?
Can I want to come?
Take your water?
Yeah.
Where?
Room.
Yeah, of course you can. I'm going to tell you down. Oh. Right, can we change your nappy? Right, I'm gonna have to clean empty that, oops. Right, okay, so still here, Harry Johnson Baron. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna do the dredge for our chicken. And this is simple, this. I switch and change, whatever you want to say, regularly what I do. But one that I often go back to is 1-to-1. I do it by sight, I really do. 1-to-1 corn flour, potato starch with normal flour. Rice flour sometimes works well as well. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. All we're going to do is, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to dredge for lads. Oh no, we're missing something actually. We want a good baking powder. We're going to put baking powder in, seasoning, give it a good whirl. So I'm going to go for about 2 teaspoons maybe, give or take. That baking powder, okay, adds that crispiness to the chicken. Now I would usually double dredge, I don't think I can do that today. We'll go. Do that quick. Mix through. And obviously we're going to do the lads first because he has dairy allergy, so we don't really want any dairy with him. So I'm literally just going to get all the tenders. 1, plop, 2, and the best way to do this is always remember dry. 1 hand dry, 1 hand wet. So he's got lovely 4 pieces of chicken tenders, and we're going to well and truly. I think somebody, remember watching a video that said they do it 60 times and they just literally flip it over 60 times at least. Now I'm not that, I mean I can be quite obsessive, but I'm just going to give it a good firm coating. And the trick to it is, because it's better on the flour, ignore the noise please, I'm at it again. There's that one, and I want the smaller one. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is, after we've dredged it, we're going to lay it for about 10 minutes or so. And then I'm going to fry it twice. Nice and simple, okay? Making sure we're going to squeeze, make sure that flour coats every ounce of that chicken. Shake it off when you're happy with it, and just leave it for 10 minutes to allow that flour to stick and coat that chicken nicely. Okay, there's a bit more there. He's going to be well and truly happy with that. Okay, and then we do the same again. Okay, I'm going to be quite bold with this one. I'm just going to literally throw that chicken in there. If I can. Yeah, I can. I know there's flour in there, at least I hope there's plenty of flour. If not, I might add a little bit more thingy to it, and it is now about just getting. This is the horrible part. I don't like doing this. It really doesn't suit me, and I'll be back when that's coated nicely. And there you go. The chicken's all dredged now, and we are going to leave that to rest for 10 minutes before frying around 150 for around 5 minutes. Job done. Right, now for the bacon bits. Will this be for mac and cheese or for our lordy fries? That has gone cold. I'm not really too bothered because it is going to be reheated. But bacon is beautiful, and I've lost my knife again. This is the issue when I cook so many dishes. I become overwhelmed and I forget what I'm doing and where everything is, and I can't find things. In this case, which in my case, can't find my knife, and I need my knife. Right, back in a minute. So here's our cut streak it, and we're gonna finally chop this. Okay. Now, one portion of this is going to be for my mac and cheese, crisp it up on top, and another is going to be for the bacon cheeseburger loaded fries. That's one lot. There's my second lot, which is considerably colder. We're going to do the same job. Okay, so we've got some oil. I'm just gonna literally test it. But I am gonna do my son's first. Again, getting rid of my dairy allergy needs first. Yeah, there we go. So I like to use Alexa. Alexa, set alarm 5 minutes. Try again. Alexa, set alarm 5 minutes.
Alexa, set alarm 5 minutes.
5 minute alarm set for 4:52 p.m.
So we're just going to watch that. Turn it every so often, make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom. Potentially not giving it enough space. Just going to make sure it's not done. Okay, and make sure to do that. Now I'll come back in 5 minutes. Right, okay, and this is after 5 minutes. That's nice and cooked. So what we're going to do is going to remove that. It will go in for a second fry. Okay, you can use an air fryer, but I'm going for the proper fried chicken way, or at least I say it's proper fried way. It's not nice, and most people are using an air fryer these days. But yeah, I'm just going to let this drain over a bowl. Okay, make sure that oil's got rid of, and then fry it later on as well. So there we go. I'm just going to add another bit more oil because that wasn't enough. There we go. That's that. Okay. And now in goes our buttermilk version. Okay. And now again, so we'll fry this 5 minutes, till it's brown, take it off, drain it, put it on a rack to cool, and then fry it again at a higher heat after. I probably will drain the oil of all the residue before I do the second fry. Right, very quickly, while the rest of the chicken cools for its second fry, I'm going to just quickly do the veg side of the loaded fries, and that's easy. What we're going to do, we're going to get rid of all the seeds, because I don't want much moisture in this. There's going to be moisture from the pickles, so I'm going to de-scoop tomatoes out. Now, I have been a complete and utter moron and realised I haven't done a cheese sauce for the loaded fries, so that's fine. What we're going to use, we are going to use a very small cubed cheddar, and we're going to do that by quickly de-seeding these tomatoes. I'm not looking for a neatness, they're going to be diced anyway, or well, not even diced, they're going to be chopped finally. Oh. Making right pig's ear of this, but I am now running very short on time. Right, ignore the noise. So that's tomatoes done. I'm just going to add, I don't want too much salt. Probably a bit too much on that one. But yeah, I don't want too much because there's salt in everything else I've cooked. And that's it. So I don't have large gherkins, so I'm going to use these tiny cornichons. Well, they are actually gherkins, called gherkins. Not like cornichons, but they are tiny gherkins. Tiny gherkins, and again I'm just going to roughly chop them And I'm not going to put it all in one bowl, because then that way I do that. And ignore the mess. There's our mac and cheese after, I mean that's the vegan one, okay, it looks a little bit different because it's obviously got a very thick gluten. But all I'm going to do now, for the generous, helping a crispy bit, well, cooked bacon, and that's going to go in for the final 10 minutes. Oh, now, I'm sure you can hear me. If you can't hear me, I'm very quiet now because I am thoroughly exhausted. Had quite a serious health scare back in October, and to put it bluntly, it's floored me. So I'm going to put a bit of lettuce in there, okay. And then what we're going to do, okay, is we're now going to get some cheese. Take a little bit out for my sons, because he can't have the cheese. And I'm going to do like tiny squares. One, maybe smaller than that. 2, 3. You can't have bacon cheeseburger without cheese. Oh well, that's done that one. Let's go. So I don't want big glaring blocks of cheese, I just want little nibbles, because who doesn't like a little nibble of cheese? That's done, that's ready. Back to our chicken. So this is for our final fry. That's back on. Like that. So that's my oil. I've taken most of it. There's still a bit of sediment in it, but it's good enough for what I'm doing it for. Just to put it in, literally flash fry for a minute. That was a bit too cool. I'll go to time again. Yeah, it's getting there. That was a bit too cold. Nonetheless, principle still the same. Been up to about 180. I thought I had it. Obviously not. These things happen. And we're just, in fact, I'm probably going to turn that out when they get hotter. That'll be my test piece actually. Let that be my test piece. That'll do. So obviously when that's bubbling away nicely, I know that my nose hot enough. Chips are on. And in there now I've got my fries. You can hear the air fryer, but that's just warming some stuff up for me. Fries are done. I'm going to add a few more to that actually. Plenty of fries really, because they're all having some. There you go, that's the fries on. And there you go. I always want to know 2 more minutes at high heat, drain them, and I'm going to drizzle some of our Miami sauce on. There you go. And then we're going to rinse and repeat that for all the other pieces of chicken. Careful not to splash because that does hurt. And there we go. Our delicious mac and cheese with bacon. Whatever's on your plate, Stephen, please do eat what you enjoy and enjoy what you eat. And the only question I have to ask is, obviously, what's on your plates? Okay, and now our chicken is cooked. We're going to put in the chicken crispy, very crispy chicken. Okay, ready for those that are having it. And what we're going to do, we're going to get our lovely Miami sauce. I think I've got a bit of stuff caught in that. I think I have. Let me just get not worked out as I wanted, but that's fine. Okay, now I've adjusted that. Try it again. I think there's still some lumps of garlic in. There we go. And what we're going to do, very nice and easy, all we're going to do. Oh! It'd be quite generous, it's quite thick. I'm having to use my hands because it's not really done. There we go, okay. I'll be honest though, the taste will be good. So, that's that done. We're going to put them in our bowl. Ooh, make a mess of it, that's fine. And there you go, we have some delicious, crispy, Miami sauce inspired, I don't know, it's a sweet spicy orange sauce, delicious. But there you go, my crispy chicken recipe with a take on a sweet Miami sauce. Whatever's on your plate this evening, please do eat what you enjoy and enjoy what you eat. Of course, the only question left to ask is, as usual, what's on your plates? Okay, so there's our fries. They have been seasoned. I'm going to add them to the pan. Saving some for my little lad. And now I have cheated a little bit because I'm running short on time. We've reheated the meat, which I've had to do. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm quite confident with it. I'll try to be quite confident with it. Done. And there we go. Our bacon cheeseburger loaded fries with a bit of a change to the recipe because I forgot the cheese sauce. And the final thing to add is some of our burger sauce. Which again, for some reason, things to do with the thickness of the nozzle So, there you go. Okay. Right. So we have, when I can find it. And there's our birthday meal as requested by the biggest littlest. We have bacon cheeseburger, fries, macaroni and cheese topped with crisp bacon, and some crispy chicken in a sweet Miami sauce. Absolutely amazing meal. Very good choice by the little girl. Whatever's on your plates this evening, please do eat what you enjoy and enjoy what you eat. And of course, leave comments, hit that subscribe button. What's on your plates? As usual, don't forget, wherever or whenever you are viewing this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Click links to the right to see some more of my beautiful, delicious recipes. Give that notification bell a ring to be informed of future content. And last but not least, comment below what's on your plates.